PT exam is really strict with spellings. Any writing task in the PT exam except summarize written text has 2 points for spellings. If you make one mistake, 1 point is gone. If you make more than one spelling mistake, then you lose both the points. And in write from dictation, every word needs to be correctly spelled to get the points. Not only that, listening fill in the blanks is the most difficult one here because you need to type the exact spelling that you hear. Otherwise, there is no point you get for incorrectly spelled words. This is how much important spellings is for you in the PT exam. So, I'm making this video to give you 40 repeated spellings for the PT listening fill in the blanks that are coming in the exam right now. I will also share a spelling trick that will help you to guess the spellings of difficult words. So hit subscribe and sit tight and watch this video till the end. Your spelling problems for listening sections can be solved here. Hey everyone, I am Anurag here from Edutrainex PTE and I hope everyone is doing great. I have personally seen many people who put a lot of effort in their overall PT preparation, but they make silly spelling mistakes. If you are unable to improve it yourself, then join our classes where we give you all the techniques to find the correct spellings and even guess it. So let's try to address that problem here. For a 79 plus score, you should be getting 35 out of 40, and if you are aiming for a 65 plus score, you still need to get 29 plus correct answers out of 40. In our live classes, we do practice these questions and these spellings every month. So let's begin with the first 10. So be ready with the pen and paper, or if you are typing your answers, make sure you put it in the comments so we can check and give you the response, but you can do it yourself as well. So let's begin without wasting any more time with the first 10 spellings that you need to be aware of for this particular month. The first one is eliminate. Eliminate. The next one is detectable. Detectable. The third one is slightly. Slightly. The fourth one is evidence. Evidence. Finding an evidence. The next one is imaginations. Imaginations. Plural. Imaginations. Listen to the sound. After that, we have botanical, like the botanical gardens. Botanical, related to biology. Another one related to biology is ecosystems. Ecosystems. Not a very difficult word. Try to spell it out. Ecosystems. The next one is diameter. A circle with a diameter. Listen to the sounds. Diameter. The ninth one is injections that you get in the hospitals. Injections. Again, listen to the sound of plural. If it has a plural sound s in the end, make sure to pluralize it. And the last one in this batch is hygiene. Hygiene, cleanliness, clean. Hygiene. Okay, so I hope you must have noted all the words down by now. Let's check it out and see how I've broken these spellings into the syllables. On the right hand side, you see the syllables, which are this part. If you are having trouble with pronouncing or spelling that word, break it down. Eliminate. Eliminate. That's how you spell it. The next one is detectable. Detectable. Table you already know. D is used in many words like delete and tech, as in technology. Detectable, not an H there. Slightly. Light you already know. Lee you already know. Slightly. Evidence. Evidence with a C here, not an S. Dense, density is different with an S, but this one is evidence. Same sound, but different spellings. That's how English language is. Next one is imaginations. Imaginations. Nations you already know. Simple word. Imaginations. Break it down. The next one is botanical. Every sound you can write it down. Botanical. O has a sound of O. Bo. Ta. A sound. Ni. I has an I sound. Short I. And kal. Botanical. Next one is simple. You can break it in two words. Eco, you already know. Systems, you already know. Ecosystems. Now this word, the next one, which is diameter. Okay, many people pronounce it as diameter. But actually, there is an A sound as well. A sound. Diameter. That's how you spell it out. Injection should be easy. Injections. Okay. Then the last one is a tricky for some people, but this is how it is spelled. Hygiene with an I-E. Hygiene. Now you see how many of them you got it correct. Okay, let's look at the next 20 spellings that are important for this month. Ready with your pen and paper again? The first one is exposure. Exposure to something. Second one is colonize. Colonize. Like British colonized many nations. Colonized. Or a bee colony. Colonize. Okay, there are two spellings for this, American and British. You can write any one of them. Both are correct in the exam. The third one is artificial. Artificial, which is not real. Like artificial intelligence. Artificial. The next one is easy, should be easy. Relaxing. Relaxing, taking rest, taking a break from the work. Relaxing. The fifth one is atmosphere. Atmosphere. Earth has an atmosphere where we breathe oxygen. Atmosphere. The sixth one is one of the favorite words for PT exam. Stimulated. Stimulated, simulated, simultaneously. All these three words, please take a note. Very important. But for this month, it is stimulated. Stimulate something. The seventh one is easy. Goodwill. Goodwill. Just break it into two syllables and you will get the spellings. The eighth one is invaluable. Invaluable. The ninth one is addresses. Like the chairman addresses the public. Addresses. And the last one is announced. I announced something. They announced something. Announced. Okay. So I hope you must have noted it down, because in the real exam, there will be fast audio and you have to note it down very quickly. Okay. Now, while you are typing your answers, you can fix the spelling or abbreviations form that you have noted down into correct spellings. Look at the first one, exposure. There is a j sound here, but S is used. Exposure. S. Colonize, as I said, you can spell it with a Z or we can spell it with an S. Colonize or colonize, both are correct. Colonize. Artificial. Artificial, that's how you spell it. Artificial. Relaxing. Relaxing. ING is very common suffix in the end. Relaxing. Atmosphere. Atmosphere. If you already know the spelling of sphere, you just need to add atmo in the beginning. Stimulated. 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 Very important word. The next one is easy. Goodwill. Goodwill. Right. The next one is invaluable. 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 Some people, they speed it up, especially the native speakers, they speak it up as invaluable. Okay. But still, the same word, same spelling. The next one is addresses with a double D and a double S, as in address, and another ES for addresses. Okay. And the last one in this batch is announced. Announced. Announced with a C here, not an S. Announced. And double N is here. Take a note. Announced. Because if you hear the double letter words, there is a small stress on those letters. Announced. So I'm stressing a little bit on N here. Announced. Addresses. Again, stress on D and S. So that's why they are repeated twice. Okay, so we have done the first 20 words, almost halfway through. Now we'll do the next 10 words. Ready with your pen and paper? The first one is employee. Employee are the people who work in a job, and employers are the people who hire you. Employee. Listen to the sound. I'm stressing on E in the end. That gives you a hint about double letters. Just a hint. The next one, again, you can utilize the same hint. Pattern. Pattern. Pattern of something. The third one is contract. Contract, what you get when you do a job. Your employers give you a contract. Contract. Contract also means to, it's a opposite of expand, contract. Same word, different meanings. The next one has a lot of double letters in it. Accommodate. Accommodate. Just figure out which double letters are there. Accommodate. Accommodation. Like when you go to a hotel. Accommodation. The next one should be easy. Authors. Authors. Writers. Authors. The sixth one is eternal. Eternal. Eternal, that goes on forever. Eternal. That we have generations. Generations. Some people spell it out as or pronounce it as generations, but it's generations. The correct way to pronounce it. In there you can hear every sound. Generations. And that will help you to spell the word. The next one is rogue. Rogue. Rogue is something or someone that can't be controlled. A rogue agent, something like that. Rogue. Next one is lawsuit. Lawsuit should be fairly easy to write down. Lawsuit. It's a one word, okay, not two words. Lawsuit. And the last one is again easy. Respond. Respond. Respond to something. I'm asking you a question. You respond me with an answer. Okay, let's look at how we pronounce these words. Employee, I told you there is a stress on E. That's why we have double E here. Employee. Pattern. Again double T. The stress on T. Pattern. Pattern. Contract. Contract. Listen to the sound. T-R-A-S-T. Contract. The next one is double letters one. C is twice, M is twice. Accommodate. Accommodate. That's how you spell it. Accommodate. Authors should be easy. Eternal, again eternal. All sounds are there. Generations, again all sounds are there. Generations. Shuns you already know. J you already know. Ne you already know. Re also you already know. Generations. This one is tricky if you don't know it. Rogue with a G-U-E in the end, like tongue. T-O-N-G-U-E. That's the pattern it's following. Rogue, tongue, all those words. The next one should be easy. Just break it in two words. Lawsuit, combine it, lawsuit. Last one is also easy, respond. Okay, should be fairly easy for you to guess these words and get full marks. Now let's move on to the last batch, and after that I'm also going to share with you a spelling trick. How you can guess the spelling of the words, or how you can pluralize the words with the proper spellings. Okay, there are some rules here that I'm going to share, but let's look at the last batch. Ready with your pen and paper again? The first one is attention. Attention. Pay attention in the class when I'm teaching you. That's what attention is. The next one is particles. Atomic particles or particles in the air, particles. The third one is again related to air, breathe, breathe, breathing the air. The next one is injections. I think this word has been repeated twice, but I've already given you another few words. Stimulated, simultaneously, and simulated. Simulated, stimulated is just having a difference of T there. So the next one is uptake. Uptake should be very easy. The sixth one is restrict. Restrict. Restricting something or someone to do something. Restrictions. Restrict. Next we have migration. Okay, a lot of you are applying for migration to Australia or different countries. Migration. Okay, every one of you should get it right. Migration. The next one is planets. Planets, like Earth is a planet, Mars is a planet. Planets. S in the end. The next one is childhood. Childhood. Your childhood days, your early days. And the last one is bonus. Bonus. Okay, as a bonus, I'm also going to share you a spelling trick. That's what bonus means. Let's look at the spellings. Attention, again a double T. Attention, attention. Little stress on T there. That's why T is repeated twice. Next one is particles. Particles. Okay. Breathe should be fairly easy because we have used this word from a long time. Breathing air. Injections, you already know, we have done it. Uptake. Two words combined. Again, up and take. Uptake. Restrict. Strict, you already know. You just apply. Restrict. Migration. Migration. Alright. Planets. Planets. You can break it in two as well. Or planets. Planets. Another two words combined. Child and hood. Childhood. And the last one is bonus. Bonus. Okay. You can type your answers in the comments and see how many of you got a full score or how many of you got close to full score. But even if you didn't, don't be disheartened. Practice these spellings well because these are repeated in the exam in this month. Now let's move on to the trick of the month. Spelling trick of the month is what we are going to learn now. Is how do you convert plural for nouns and plural for verbs. There is a pattern here. The words ending with Y, that is the pattern I am trying to share with you. The words ending with Y, see these words. Toy, alloy, it converts to toys and alloys. Whereas lady and candy converts to ladies or candies. Why is that? There is a rule here. So if you see just one letter before Y, there is a vowel there. O. O is a vowel. If there is a vowel before Y, then when you pluralize it, only S comes in the end. So toy has a vowel, alloy has a vowel before Y. So that's why only S is added. Whereas if you see lady and candy or any other word ending with a D, TY or LY, whatever, so those changes like this, because this is not a vowel. D is not a vowel and which is coming right before Y. So lady, candy, IES is added instead of just S. So Y is removed and IES is added. Okay, so you learned a very important rule. If you are in confusion what to put, whether it's an S or IES, you should remember this. Same thing in the verbs as well. Destroy, annoy will become just ED is added and the past tense is completed. Destroyed, annoyed. But if there is no vowel, so this one is with vowels, destroy, and annoy is with a vowel before Y, so that's why it just gets added ED. Whereas if there is no vowel like fry or cry, then you remove the Y and put IED. IED. Very important rule when you are pluralizing the words. You can remember this spelling pattern. This is always applicable in the English language with this pattern. Okay, I think we have done enough words and enough tricks. So time to do some real exam questions with the learnings that we applied just now. So I have just picked 2 exam questions that have come in this month and are being repeated. And let's see the words which we have done so far in the slides are appearing here. So let's look at the first one. I'll play the audio and try to write down your responses. Try to type your answers in the comment box, or you can match it when I show you the answers in the next slide. Let's hear the audio.
Scientists are looking for Earth-like planets around other stars. But one way to limit the search can be to figure out where an Earth-like planet cannot exist and eliminate those types of systems. In a new study, astronomers turned their attention to so-called hot Jupiters. These are Jupiter-sized planets that have an orbit of only about 3 days. The scientists looked at 63 hot Jupiters to see if they could find evidence for any nearby Earth-like planets. They found none. But it could be that the companion planets are too small in size or mass or just aren't detectable with the current techniques. So the researchers then turned to hot Neptunes and warm Jupiters. These are Jupiters with slightly longer orbits. They found only 2 potentials nearby planets among 222 hot Neptures, and of the 31 warm Jupiters, 5 showed evidence of a companion. The findings are in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. The current theory is that hot Jupiters formed and then migrated in towards their stars. The researchers say that the migration might have disrupted the formation of Earth-like planets. Good thing our Jupiter kept its cool.
Okay, so the trick here is whenever you see a blank, your eyes should be on the screen and you should still be scribbling down the answers. Not to look at the answers because you may miss where the audio is. You need to keep a track of the text while you are listening to the audio and scribble the answers in your notepad. Okay, now let's see the answers. I hope every one of you got it right. Let's hear it. So the first one was planets, second one eliminate, third one was evidence, detectable, slightly, findings, and migration. All these words we did just now, and you can see it also appeared in the question in the exam. Okay, ready with the next one? We'll do another exam question. And again, try to get full points here.
Dogs are not just man's best friend. Previous studies have shown that kids with dogs are less likely to develop asthma. Now a new study may show how, if results from mice apply to us. The work was presented at a meeting of the American Society for Microbiology. The study tests what's called the hygiene hypothesis. The idea is that extreme cleanliness may actually promote disease later on. Researchers collected dust from homes that had a dog. They fed that house dust to mice. They then infected the mice with a common childhood infection called respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV. Mice who ate the dog dust were protected against RSV infection symptoms, like inflamed, mucus-coated airways, suggesting exposure helped them stave off the virus. Those mice also had more diverse communities of gut bacteria than control mice did. The researchers say our pets' microbes may colonize our gut too, and help the immune system learn to respond to infections. That's important because when kids develop severe RSV, their risk of asthma goes up. So next time Buster sheds all over the couch, think of it as a bonus dose of probiotics.
Right? So I hope you all scribble down the answers. Now match it. The only thing that you need to do is, first of all, listen carefully and then write it in the correct spellings. So these are the spellings that we did in today's session. So you can see the first one here is hygiene. Over here, hygiene, childhood, exposure, colonize with an S or a Z, both are correct, respond, and bonus. Time to check your scores now. Just make sure you learn the spellings properly, and if you do that, you will do good in the PT listening fill in the blanks questions, where spellings is the key criteria. If you're still unable to improve, please join the course with us. We will make sure that you reach your target scores in the PT exam. And if you have not watched the video on Write from Dictation, most repeated questions for this month, then please do it now. A wonderful video with the latest questions from the PT exam on that particular topic. Hit subscribe and keep watching Edutrainex, and I will soon be back with another great video on the PT exam topics. See you soon.